Hello guys, so Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 653. Today, Rachel, we'll go a book about Johnny Appleseed. So let's read out, shall we? So we got for us. Written by Lloyd Haskins Horran. Illustrated by Glenville Godbart. Godbart, I pronounce it. Anyways, the editors would like to thank Cheryl Ogden, Museum Director, the Johnny Appleseed Educational Center and Museum, Auburn University, Auburn, Idaho, for her assistance in the preparation of this book. Published by Golden Book New York release, copyright 2017, already served. So, see, here's Johnny Appleseed looking for apples. Here we go. When I find September Day in more than 200 years ago. Wow. A boy named John Champion was born, wow, okay. Someday he was going to be famous, wow, okay. But he will be known by a different name. Johnny Appleseed, wow, okay. That makes sense anyway, so there you go on that, even though I saw a boy in Friends. Here we go, next page. Anyways, Johnny grew up in Massachusetts, but in a small town called House. He likes to take long walks in the woods. Let me just... Okay, sorry about that, everyone. It's just my eyes bothering me, but we're in the calm, quiet. Where it's calm and quiet. He liked to feel the sun on his face and the earth under his bare feet. Wow. And that is a boyhood right here. So there you go on that. Next page. Anyways, when Johnny turned 18, he took a very long walk, more than 400 miles. Wow. He brought along food, supplies, and a sack of apple seeds. Johnny had an idea. Wow, okay. Settlers were starting to go west in covered wagons, looking for new places to live. Johnny figured that would be wanted apples to eat and press into cider. Wow, okay. But there was no apples trees out west. Even the settlers planted seeds. It will take years to trees to sprout and grow fruit. Why not give the settlers a head start? Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, something like that. Kind of makes sense anyway, so there you go on that. Next page. Anyways, Johnny reached Pennsylvania. Near a river, he found a patch of land with rich soil and plenty of sunlight. Good enough. A perfect place for growing apple trees. He planted some seeds, then he built a sturdy fence so that when the new seedlings came up, deer and rabbits would eat them. It was his first nursery. And that is a good idea. That's Johnny Appleseed for you, ladies and gentlemen. And that makes more perfect sense anyway. Next page, anyways. Johnny planted more seeds, thousands of them. Across Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana. But that was anyway. He worked and walked, going from the nursery to tend his trees. Meanwhile, the settlers came. Sure enough, they wanted apples. They were happy to pay Johnny a few cents a piece for seedlings. Sometimes he gave them away to family who were down their luck. Good enough, so that makes more perfect sense anyway. So there you go. Having a difference in the whole Johnny Appleseed difference anyway. Next page. Anyways, people spread the word about Johnny and his apple trees. That's how he got his nickname. Have you met Johnny Appleseed? He might kind. People said people might professor as well. It's true. For one thing, Johnny looked strange. He wore old ragged pants. He cut holes, copied sacks, and to make his shirts like that. He still didn't wear shoes, but now folks claim his feet were tough, shake bangs like that. Anyway, could break him. Something like that. People even swore someone. Misspoke. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, it was true for one thing. Johnny looked strange. He wore old red pants. He cut holes in coffee stacks to make his shirts. He still didn't wear shoes. Well, okay. But now folks claim his feet were still tough. Snake bangs could break him. Something like that. Anyway. It was people even swore that they saw Johnny wear a tin pot for the hat. Okay, makes sense anyway. So very good. That even makes sense anyway. So that's his biography anyway. Next page, anyways, the cook is staring in it. Johnny's diet was another thing people couldn't get over. He didn't like to hurt animals. That's animals because I love pigs, by the way. And it's adorable, by the way. So he wanted to eat meat. Not one bite. He filled up with corn, mush, potatoes, and nuts instead. And when the night fell, Johnny likes to sleep outdoors. He did so in the hollow log and stretch out on the pile of leaves. He didn't seem to worry about the bears and panthers that roamed the woods. It was almost as if Johnny was the forest creature himself. And that's good enough. I don't know what to do next, but he is good enough. Makes sense anyway. Next page. Anyways, Johnny might have been odd. But he was finally, he got along with just about everyone he met. Native Americans shared their trails with him. They showed him which berries was safe to eat, and how to make delicious medicines of leaves and fruits. Sailors invited Johnny into their cabins and asked him to tell stories. Sometimes he read from the Bible. I love the Bible, except on some days, except for the fact I'm a metal god. Sorry, anyway. Good news fresh from heaven. He says, said something like that. Over time, he had in his own wild adventures, because I love wild things, except on separate wild things. I'm more of an indoor person, except for the fact that some wild adventures can be indoor and outdoor sometimes. Don't judge me. Next page, anyways. But anyway. People were told Johnny's tales, and made up new ones as well. As these years went by, the tale grew taller and taller. Did you ever know Johnny can tell tall up eyes with his bare feet? I did not know that. He has a tame wolf that follows him around like a puppy. Okay? Once he tricked 10 woodsmen into a chopping contest, to will an acre of land for a nursery. And that's made for perfect sense anyway. So there you go. Next page. Anyways, almost done here. But yeah, that stories would the way east and west and back again. So did Johnny. He traveled hundreds of miles a year, making new nurseries and tending the old ones. Even so, every so often he rode a horse and paddled a canoe. Most of the time, he walked and walked and walked. He kept it up for nearly 50 years. Wow. One day when he was 7 years old, Johnny walked through the snowstorm to fix a fence around some of his trees after he fell ill and died. Wow. It saddens me, I know. It's difficult for Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, he was 70 years old, but this is difficult, I know. But he went to heaven now, but, you know, that was the last 3 pages for this. Anyway, move on. Johnny was sorely missed, but he was not forgotten. Neither was his great idea. It's sorely more further and further west. They carry along apple seeds just the way Johnny had. They planted apple trees of their own. Today's apple grows in every state in America. That's good. You have to make more sense in American. Not only that, you have to grow apples in other countries as well. That's to make more sense anyway for Johnny Appleseed. Last page of the book says this. Johnny and his apples. The apples that grew on Johnny's trees were more spiders, something like that, and they were too sour to eat. Okay? Sailors used them to make cider vinegar. Johnny's worn out clothes made him look poor. But he wasn't. When he died, he owned over 100 acres of land. There were more monuments for Johnny in Indiana, near the spot where he died. The stones listed both his names, Johnny Cabin and Johnny Appleseed, and underneath he lived for others. Johnny probably walked more than 100,000 miles in his lifetime. And that is the way to end that story. That is the way to do that for Johnny Appleseed and the memorial of the Johnny Appleseed. So that was my little golden book about Johnny Applesead. What do you think about this book? It was amazing. And the part that you want to enjoy apples, just go ahead. Eat one of your own taste of apples. And it tastes really good for you. It makes you healthy. And it makes it that way. That was Bedtime Stories episode number 653. Hope you enjoyed. Next is going to be another Bedtime Stories episode on See You Later, Alligator. Now, excuse me, I gotta edit those 2 projects, and I gotta get ready for bed. Because after this is over, I really need to get ready for work. And after this is over, I really need to get prepared for, high school, okay? Get prepared to, get more projects done for you guys, like Boring Jokes 55, and of course, get prepared for other things. I was gonna do that in June, but I couldn't do it because of difficulties. But anyway, till next time, suggest baby, good woman, Susie out. See ya.